Welcome to another Actors Talk. And today I am joined by director Ayessa Sotelo. Did I say that correct?
Close. You said my first name right, which most people don't, and that's the one that matters. Yes, so my last name's Sotelo.
Sotelo. Oh, you know what? I think I had my T and my E
Good
crossed
stuff.
up.
Well, it's fine. You were close. You would have said it correctly anyways.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me. And we are here today because we have already kicked off August celebrating the Orlando Urban Film Festival. And Ayessa, you have a short film that was an official selection in this film festival. Can you tell us a little bit about your project?
Sure. So it's about two girls who live in this mansion. One of them is a ghost. You know right away one of them is a ghost. I'm not spoiling anything. And the other one is alive. Originally, I wanted it to be a comedy, a sitcom, but it didn't become a comedy. It became kind of really sad, and it just became about moving on from grief. The sister who's alive doesn't want to leave. She's basically tethered to the mansion like the ghost is as well, because she doesn't want to move on with her life. She just wants to stay there where her sister is. So that's what the film is about.
Okay. All right. I have the tagline here, and I got this tagline off of IMDb. So you guys know that you can go to IMDb and check out all of these films that I have been having conversations about. The tagline here is Jasleen. Is that right, Jasleen?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Jasleen is a young woman happily living with her older sister, Maya, a ghost who is tethered to their childhood home. Right? All
Yeah.
right. So that's pretty cool. So that lets me know that she's okay with, living with a ghost.
Ghost.
She's not afraid or anything like that. Is there conflict in the movie or she's just living her
Yeah,
life?
more a conflict in that once the ghost realizes that Jasleen, the sister who's alive, won't move on, she decides to disappear and just leave. And so then Jasleen has to deal with how to be alone and how to move on from that.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. That gives us something to kind of look forward to. Now, I'll be at the film festival. Will you be joining us this year in Orlando?
I'll be there too. I'm excited to see you with my girls who I'm bringing along with me as a
Nice.
little girls trip to Orlando. So
Nice.
I'll be there at the 5 o'clock screening on Friday, Block 3C.
Nice. Now you know exactly where to come and see In Lieu of Longing. Now, about your girls' trip, that sounds like a lot of fun. What are you looking forward to about visiting Orlando?
I don't know. We kind of want to go dancing.
Oh, yeah.
Are there good spots for dancing there?
Yes, absolutely. Where the film festival will be held is at the CMX Theater,
Mhm.
and that is held right in the heart of downtown Orlando. So you have a lot of different little spots down there. One of the businesses that we're partnering with is called the Debonair Supper Club. And as we get closer to the festival, you'll see a lot of and hear a lot about them. I've been there. So when you go there, look for the owner and tell him that Gabby Kennedy said what's up.
Okay, I'll let them know.
Okay, all right. So yeah, you're coming to a great place and you won't have to go far. So you won't need an Uber to get to the fun. Every place down there is pretty great. I won't start naming businesses, but they have so many places that you can go to.
Text me them. Text me them. I want
Yes.
to go.
Yeah, you know what? I might be right in there with you. Like seriously, you're talking about a girls trip. That's right up my alley. So Ayessa, where are you joining us from today? Where are you located?
So right now I'm in Southern California. So I live here in Orange County. It's actually 12:30 here. We're 3 hours behind, but I'm flying there for the film festival and for that little girls trip.
Okay, all right. And where are you from? And the reason I'm asking you is because I want to know how where you're from influences you as a filmmaker.
Yeah, I was actually born in Philippines. So I'm from La Union, Philippines, and then I lived in Riverside County for a little bit, and now I live in Orange County, which they're both in California. So other than Philippines, I've lived in Southern California my whole life.
Very nice, very nice. As you mentioned, the Philippines, I was doing a little research, and there is another project called "Get Your Story Straight," and it is a all cast. Excuse me. Um, all Filipino cast and crew, produced,
Oh,
created,
cool.
everybody that is a part of that project. And they have a pretty good backstory on YouTube. So you'll see their interview come out pretty soon. And I just really love that. Like they really got together and made something great. And not only did they make something great, but they're going to continue to do it.
Oh,
And
that's cool. I'll have to watch that one.
yes, yes, it's called Get Your Story Straight. And as I was reading a little bit of your biography, it says that you're going to continue, or one of your goals is to make a short film every year. Is that right?
Yeah, kind of like so that way it's not really an end goal, instead of being like, oh, I hope one day one of my films is in Sundance, or I want to do this. I want it to be like a constant goal that's attainable, and that you're not disappointed if you don't meet that end goal, because the point of it is to grow and to become better and to learn and to meet new people. So yeah, my current goal is just to make a new short film every year. Hopefully one day build up to a feature. But right now the goal is just a new film every year.
Yes, that's good. That's a really great goal. And you know what? I just realized that I put your name here. I want to make sure that I get it right. So I am going to make sure that I pause right here. Will you please spell your last name for me?
It's Sotelo. So just the T and the L were switched, but close enough.
All right. All right. There we
There we
go.
go.
So just take a few seconds to get it right, guys. I'm not perfect, but I'm definitely
Okay.
trying to make sure that I highlight all the great things about our director, Ayessa, here. Okay, so my next question for you is what do you want people to know about this story? In lieu of longing, like when you were creating it, when you were where did this story come from? Who is the writer of it, and what do you think, are you the writer of this film?
Yeah, I did also write it.
Okay.
Um, and I guess around the time I wrote it, let me think of what happened. Um, I was feeling a little bit homesick because at the time I was in law school, and I guess I just missed my family. So when I wrote it, it became about being attached to
Ooh,
your family and wanting to move on from that, because I am probably because I'm Filipino, we're like really close. We're really close with our family. And sometimes you have to wean yourself off. I mean, I still visit my family like at least once a month. I go home and visit them. But
yes.
it's kind of about like sometimes you just have to grow and move on from it. You don't want to just stay. No, I'm not saying like, yeah, stop talking to your family. You got to grow up. But I mean, I'm saying
No, I
sometimes there's
get
a
it.
time when you grow and then you discover who you are outside of them. So that's what I wanted people to take away from that.
That's great. That's great. I think that a lot of people will take that away from your story because it came from a real place. It came from your personal experience. And that's what makes the best stories. So it's great that you're telling stories that are close to you.
Thank you.
Now, I heard you mention that you were a law student. Are you still a law student, or have you moved on?
No, I'm actually an attorney now. So
Attorney,
I graduated law. Thank you. I graduated law school and I passed the bar. So I work as an
wow.
attorney. I'm actually doing my lunch break, and around 1:45 I'm gonna go back to court.
Yes, nice. I respect the hustle, Ayessa. I
Thank
respect it.
you.
How do you find time to direct films as well?
Well, this film actually, I did it during law school. So,
Mhm.
right after law school, I had a week off before I had to start studying for the bar. And that's when we filmed this. But leading up to that, I was in pre production. So, shout out to my assistant director, Ada
Yeah.
Fretwell, and my director of photography, Mira Einbinder, who really helped me out with the pre production process. And as someone who's never done this before, they were basically my mentors and they were helping me out. And I was like, who needs film school? You guys are my professors. Sorry, I'm not enrolled in your class. But yeah, so I found a gap and then I just filmed it during that time. Since I've
That's
started working as an attorney, though, I haven't filmed another short. So hopefully I'll find time to do that because it's the next year already. I'm behind on my goal.
but that's okay, because as long as you set those goals for yourself and you're still working towards that, everything will be okay. Even if it's not every year like you plan, no reason to get down on yourself. Just keep going. keep going. And as you mentioned, you don't have any formal training. So just do you and put out projects that are important to you. It's like it's all gonna be great. And sometimes when it comes from a place where you don't have all of these things in the back of your mind, sometimes all that training can put all of these things in your head and make you think that you have to do it a certain way. But the fact that you got out there, you found the right people to help you with it, and you put it out, that's phenomenal. So cheers to you. I believe in you. Cheers to you. Yeah. Now you mentioned a little bit about your team, but can you tell me a little bit about the cast and some of the other team that made this project happen?
Yeah, so the other person in the short film is actually my sister. Yes, I can use her labor for free, and I don't have to worry about laws about minors, because she's like, how old is she? She was 16, I think 16 or 17 when we filmed it. It's funny, her name's also Gabrielle,
Yes.
but we call her Gabby, so she has a different nickname.
Hey.
Yeah, so she acted in that with me. A couple years ago, we actually did a web series called No, She's My Sister, and I made her act in that with me too, and I made my whole family act in it. I'm just making people in my life act in all my things. So if you know me, I'm sorry, I will ask you to act for me. So that's my cast. It was just me and my sister. I had to take her out of school. One time I pretended to be her mom, but then they caught me. I wasn't her mom, and then I had to call my mom and be like, can you get her out of school, please? We need a film or a short film. And so they took her, and so she was an actor in it with me, and then the rest were my crew.
Nice. Do you plan on, when you create another project, do you plan on asking your sister back, or do you sort of have an idea of where you might like to take your next story?
Yeah, I probably would want her to act in one of my other things, because I really like writing stories about sisterhood, because that's kind of my main thing. That's what I know. I also love horror, romantic horror, but I haven't been in a romantic mood lately. So maybe family films are what I'll do for a little bit. And I kind of like quirky fantasy stuff. So the web series, we did an episode where it was about Filipino superstitions, but it was a comedy. It wasn't anything too scary. It was just about little things that Filipinos believe in, like if you drop a spoon at the kitchen table, that means that a female visitor is going to come. And if you drop a fork, it means a male visitor. You'll be expecting a male visitor. So we have weird superstitions like that, unless I got it the other way around. It could be the other way. I don't remember. But that was what our web series was about. And I kind of want to restart that again, that story. So that's an idea that I had. And then maybe I'll work up to a horror again in a couple of years or so. But right now I'm really into family flicks.
All right. And maybe you can integrate some of the stuff you're learning as an attorney, and have that in your next movie too.
Yeah.
So, can we see your web series anywhere? Can we see that on YouTube maybe?
Oh, it was on YouTube, but when I made it, well, I guess technically then this isn't the first thing I've directed. I just realized I did direct the web series, but I'm like, this is so bad. It's like the very first thing I did. Like, I think in one frame you see the camera right in it, and I'm like, I didn't notice that until now. And so I think I hid all the episodes. So I'm sorry, you will not be able to find it. I'll make a new one. I'll make a better one.
Okay. See, that's good. You learn from your mistakes, and you're learning from real time experience, and that's priceless. That is absolutely priceless. And you're having fun with it and doing it with your family. I'm a family person too. And everything that I'm doing, trust me, my family is not that far from where I am. So I respect that. Was there a particular project that inspired you and made you decide, I want to be a filmmaker? This is something that I want to continue to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I just love movies that make you feel good, that make you feel happy. And
can you name me first one of your favorites?
Yeah, I know. I'm stalling because I'm like, wait, what's the movie? What's the movie I recently watched that made me feel happy? There's this movie that I really like that In Lieu of Longing was kind of inspired by it, and I even told it to my director of photography. If you've heard of it, it's called The Secret Garden. It's a movie from the 90s.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah, it
Okay.
came up. They made a new one, but I haven't seen that one. I've seen the old one. And when I found my director of photography, she was like, "That's so crazy because I just watched a musical version of The Secret Garden." She's like, "It's fate that you're saying that this is what you're basing it on." And I just thought that film was beautiful, and it made me, and it was directed by a woman as well, and it just made me feel happy. And I'm like, if movies can evoke that kind of feeling for you, like I want to do something like that as well.
Yes, very good, very good. I love it when you receive those sort of confirmations, like that. Like I thought about it a few days ago, and then boom, here it is happening.
Yeah.
Um, I was gonna go into what I'm manifesting right now, but I just feel like, so that's how you kind of do that. You manifest things and you make them happen in your life. So I'm right there with you, Ayessa, for sure.
You get
For
me.
sure. How can we, as fellow filmmakers, with you being a fairly new filmmaker, how can we support you? Are you looking to expand your team, or are you looking for a certain type of support right now to help with your next project or this one?
Um, I mean, I don't have an idea right now specifically, where I'm like, oh, I need someone who'll do sound, or I need someone who'll be my assistant director. I honestly just like meeting people who are doing what I'm doing. And I think it helps to just connect, because people I've met in film festivals who are also doing this, they're making films, that inspires me to keep going.
Yeah.
And I see the projects they put out, and I'm like, this is so great that you're also doing this, that we're all in the same boat. I think just connecting with each other, just, if I meet you and we connect, I'm like, okay, can we follow each other? Can
Yes.
you keep updated on your projects? I want to see what else you're doing. And I've met a lot of people that way, and it's crazy to see what they're doing now, or where they're like the paths they're taking. So yeah, I just like making friends, meeting people, letting me follow your work so I can be inspired and keep going as well.
Absolutely. That's so important. So important. I was just talking to a director about how he felt, what importance he felt of social media. And, he was explaining that a connection that could have just been, I only meet you this one day and we never see each other again. But it sort of creates a lifelong connection when you get to continue to follow someone's life, follow their journey. And when they see you doing something, it's like, yes, like, I'm so happy for that person. They did what they said that they were going to do.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. And I looked for you on social media. Maybe I didn't find you because I had your last name spelled wrong. But we definitely have to connect. So
yes, I'll text it. I'll text it to you again. Maybe I spelled it wrong too.
Okay.
Or I'll find you. I'll just follow you. You've been posting all these things. I don't know if I do. I feel like I do. Or maybe I just follow Orlando Urban Film Festival because I think that it posts there. So I'll follow you right after this. Okay.
Awesome. Now, where can people connect with you on social media or a website, or how would you like for people to connect with you? Rather it be for collaborations or somebody who just wants to follow your journey?
Yeah, I mainly post on Instagram. I grew up on it, so I'm very active on it. I'm probably obsessively active on it. Like I really curate my page. I'm like, okay, this is what I'm gonna post. This is gonna be the first photo, and it's gonna look good with the other photos I have there. So my Instagram is AYESO. So it's kind of the first letters of my first name, AYE, and then my last name, Sotelo, SO. So just AYES. So I'm mainly on Instagram. It'd be cool to have a website, but I feel like that's really hard to me. I don't know how to do that.
I know. But you'll as you continue to grow as a filmmaker and you start looking for a home for your projects, maybe having that website is something that you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna sit down and make this happen. Okay. If you could give advice to a filmmaker, a young person, maybe in the same position as you, someone who's a student, but who also wants to make great projects, what advice would you give to fellow filmmakers?
I mean, everyone says it, but really just, Nike, just do it. Just get started on it. And it may seem daunting, but once you're in it, you're in it. You've started the process. You've already connected with people. And I know too, there's a thing about like, oh, you don't want people to evil eye you, so you shouldn't tell everyone what you're doing, you know? But I like telling my close friends, my family, I tell them that I'm gonna do this kind of to help to have other people also manifest this for me, you know? So it's not just me who wants this. It's my close friends who are rooting for me, my family who's rooting for me, my sister. I tell them my goals and what I want to do. And it kind of also holds you accountable because it's like, damn, I told everyone I was going to make a film and then I never made a film. That's really embarrassing, you know? So I think just start doing it. And then, you know, if you have people already who can help you out, I think even if they don't know film stuff, if you just talk about your journey with them, I think it helps because they really will, your friends will support you, you know, whatever you do, your friends and family will. So I think, yeah, just get started on it, do it, and talk about it often.
Yes, that's really good. And I feel the same way. Like you said, sometimes haters gonna hate, you know, but you have to just continue to put yourself out there. When you're in the public eye, people are gonna judge regardless. It doesn't matter what you do. You could post happy, you could post sad, you could post mean, you could troll, and people are still gonna have something to say. So just post your stuff. Don't worry about the critics. Don't worry about what people are saying, and let people watch you grow and bloom. So, and I can see that in you. You're so beautiful. I love your blonde hair. I love your blonde hair. I hope you like my chopsticks today.
It's cute. It's cute.
Okay, all right. I tried.
I got her by my roots. It's so dark. I'm like, I have to hide it.
It's nice though. It looks good. It's blended. You got a nice thing going on.
Thank you.
Good. And I'm sure you're in there as an attorney, kicking butt, looking good. So, you know, that's all good. So, one more time, Ayessa is nominated, or I'm sorry, Ayessa is one of our official selections. And that's okay, not being nominated this time around, but Ayessa is one of our official selections at the Orlando Urban Film Festival. And you can see In Lieu of Longing when, Ayessa?
Friday, August
29th.
29th, 5 p.m., Block 3C.
There it is. There it is. So you can go to OrlandoUFF.com, and you'll see that link everywhere. You can go to that website. You can check schedules and see not only Ayessa's schedule, but other film schedules, and get your tickets and come on down and have a good time with us. We're in the heart of downtown. And yes, we are after partying every single night. So come and have a good time with us. Okay. So Ayessa, again, thank you so much, and congratulations on being selected in our film festival. Come and get getting to come to Orlando, and I really hope that you get connected with the cast of Get Your Story Straight. You're gonna see they have a phenomenal story, and they're in LA, and they're making Filipino projects. And I think that there's something so special when people come together and they start telling these really rich stories, and then you give other people like me an opportunity to learn something and to learn about other cultures. And that's what I'm all about, you know, being able to learn something new. Educate me, please. So
thanks for telling me of them. I'll definitely connect with them. I'll stalk their socials and I'll follow them.
Absolutely.
So I'm coming for you.
Yes. And you'll be seeing their interview uploaded. So you'll see a few of those cast members. Okay. So I'm excited for you guys to make that connection, and you're all right there together. So yeah. So before we go, is there anything that you'd like to add?
I can't think of anything else that I'd like to add, other than it was really nice meeting you, and you're really fun to talk to. And do text me the good places to go, okay?
Okay, I will. I absolutely will. And it was really nice connecting with you too. Hopefully we can connect and create a lifelong friendship of filmmakers.
Yes.
And we'll see each other off the screen soon. Okay.
Yes. Bye, Gabby.
Bye-bye.